Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Whoops. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast with me, host Imperial Lane, the one and only master of propaganda, hero's like defender of the fatherland, officer of everything and amazing, 1v1 here on road to Tunis. In the west is Lizens, fighting for freedom and democracy here with the 82nd Airborne B Company. In the east it is Stephenn, fighting for Germany, Deutschland. Das Vaterland here with the 21st Panzer Division. With a single Pioneer Integrated start versus double Pathfinder Ralph start there for Lizens. As always, a big hearty thanks to my patrons, supporters for continued generous and wonderful support to the Propagandacast. Keeps making all these videos possible, so a big thanks to all these champions, these absolute titans. And a big thanks for commenting and liking on the videos, sometimes I mentioned with the YouTube algorithm, making sure more people get to see it. So, off to the races we are here. Brandy's there sneaking north. It's a bit of a bowl opening for Stephenn, not focusing too much, just getting more pioneers and Ken credits up for more map control, but instead focusing getting out more grenadiers in the early game. So sacrificing early capture power for a bit more firepower, in a sense, of course, again, that is always a bit more dubious with the Wehrmacht in the early game. So we'll have to see how this works out for Stephenn. Engineers following up here for Lizens, as says Pathfinder's heading out. Pathfinder's being part of an airborne division, sort of the chat's being dropped ahead of the major airborne landings to help secure the terrain ahead of time, you know, maybe make those big airborne operations go a bit smoother. But apparently it never really seemed to work, but little note there. So, Bernie's moving up, you're going to catch the Pathfinder here with the northern fuel point, as Lizens always had his eyes and feet upon the pond. There go, shots fired here. Pathfinder's coming to fire from the Grenadiers, can't take cases, M1 Garant. Honey's poking about there, and we got more Grenadiers moving forward here for Stephenn. Getting another Grenadier squad here, or maybe Stephenn is planning a sniper, which would be something else. There goes for the MD-42. Meanwhile, Ralph squad descending upon the center, units moving forwards here, maybe early mines, just early flamethrowers, like to make sure that Stephenn can't make use of any buildings here in the early game too easily. Not a bad move there then. Up north is skirmishing, sees the first capture of the fight here. It's the Pathfinder's losing Bob. Another Ralph squad here on the way for Lizens. Stephenn, yet to pick a battle group, he does tend to be a bit more of a weighted type there a lot of the time. I mean, sometimes he does go for an early pick, but a lot of the time Stephenn tends to be a lot more pensive here and wait for the right time to make his pick as far as he's concerned. So that is worth noting. The machine coming to the field point, expecting a push for it, as he's got most of his up north here. Stephenn, of course, can't have something over how the battle might flow. It's almost correct. Instead, though, Lizens goes for the cutoff point rather than the fuel point here. So, not overall a bad idea, just, you know, out of the two options he had to, like, predict, he got the prediction wrong. Which, I mean, you know, I'd say is more than fair. But overall, again, he had the right idea there. Meanwhile, though, got the flamethrower, yes. Gonna need to focus down those fast here. They're gonna make it very difficult for teams like fight any infantry engagement there, as Carl will become, well, quite frankly, very dangerous to use. Infantry in there for Lizens. Got the cutoff point back here from the Americans, spun up before the damage has been done there. But Stephenn finds his economy a bit of a mess. I mean, obviously for the German army, it's a pretty permanent state of affairs, during the Second World War. Third Grenadier squad there for Stephenn. Going down the Pioneer there. Shooting give heading northwards. Back at base and nothing else happening for Stephenn. We'll have to see what goes for next. Will it be the Luftwaffe Company? Will it be the Panzer Grenadier Company? There was a bit where the Luftwaffe was definitely much more popular, but now it seems to have left out between, you know, being a more 50-50 choice between the two buildings, depending on playstyle and desires. Medical station here for Lizens, definitely not a bad idea with the infantry's got. Might consider call some paratroopers here, quickly laying down mines here. Good spot here, bit of a natural bottleneck, so you can sort of roughly, you know, have some ideas where the opponent might move through here, this area in particular. Thumbs up there. Ralph's going for that northern fuel point. Noting here that Stephenn is not really putting any attention to the south here, which Lizens is, so does mean there's like entire half of the map which Lizens can just grab for free. Stephenn does go for the Luftwaffe Company here. Army was hoping maybe Panzer Grenadier Company, but it's that. Pathfinder taking glass, but then you put the Grenadiers here, laying down some heavy fire. As all this happening, fuel from that being hit. Weapon support center for Lizens. Got Paratroopers that can be airdropped. Of course, whether or not it does that is an entirely different discussion. Mines down here as well. More mines out of Stephenn and Das Vaterland. Fuel on the side that hit as well there. Double hit here by Lizens on Stephenn's fuel. This could quickly become very dangerous, as Lizens could then, you know, get to rush out a lot of light vehicles, which Stephenn might then struggle to, like, significantly deal with. So losing access to both these fuel points is not ideal. But there you go. Luftwaffe company up here. Guessing Jaegers. Back 30 minutes with the 2-1 there, rapid production. Gonna get out an armored car here swiftly versus Lizens here. There we go. Leichter Panzerspähwagen all the way. Got the Pathfinders in on health doing what they can. Definitely continues to feel like the most popular Wehrmacht battle group for 1v1s. With just having some very strong utility abilities and, you know, just nice choices to call in, like, you know, the Starstorm, Command Tank in theory, or the Tiger Tank. The Command Tank is definitely the more rarer choice there. Half-tracks there, fully sense, freedom and democracy, the good old M3 half-track. Armored car charging in here, Stephenn needs to get some mech control back here. Of course, he may want to go for the breakthrough ability next, which allows him to just increase the capture speed of his units, and that way maybe help recover some of the lost terrain. I'd say that would be a very, very solid move. But there you go. Captain here and about to get a possible promotion courtesy of the German army. Always happy to help in that particular vector of warfare. There you go. Captain gone. Company command team is no more. Yeah. Oh, he's going for the medic bunker here, so obviously can't go for that. I do understand that, though. I would still prioritize, I think, just the breakthrough ability over that, so you can just quickly get back fuel points, munitions points, and that way rapidly catch up. So, all the way M45 upgrade there, trying to get into the M16. Go, rushing here southwards with the M3 half-track. One of many armoured half-tracks the US Army would produce and operate, though outside of the M3, a lot of them tended to go towards Lend-Lease, to the M5, which was less well armoured. Grabbing there the fuel point. There you go, M16 letting loose, Granny's been pushed back, got a flak 30 there for Stephenn. Flieger abdecken with Leipzig, bringing some heavy flak firepower there, trying to match the Americans' aggression. And there goes 16 characters, 2-1. He definitely one-side engagement for the armored car. Granny's also about to get wiped. Another blow here to Stephenn and Deutschland. We have the flak 30 here ready. So we'll have to see what Stephenn does next, as losing a Grenadier squad like that is going to be a bit of a painful blow this early in the game. Lizens, maybe some machine guns, paratroopers, some riflemen. Certainly quite a few paths the Lizens can pursue right now, as he's got good map control, good amount of infantry, of course, the M16, and we get some paratroopers out there. And they're going to be dropped right in the fuel point, taking advantage of all the fighting here. And the of course, just drop where he wants to. So, once more, looking to complicate Stephenn's fuel supplies. Thumbs up to the sense. Very good. Excellent shot. So, you're not aiding Stephenn here. Got some Jaegers on the way there. Looking to replace the infantry losses. Got the M6 ring in here. He's reinforcing healing.
Commandant,
territory sector lost. No upgrade yet here for the paratroopers, as Lizens does not have the munitions to upgrade them. Armored coming in, going hard at it here with this machine gun.
A squad of Jaeger has been requisitioned.
And Jaegers up for Stephenn, maybe some Panzerschrecks here, or a Panzerschreck, anti-tanks to help drop for Lizens.
Enemy forces have captured a victory point.
Once more, Stephenn finds the supply situation to be a bit messy. Chance for the finding their star pick between the positioning. Likely going to be a mortar pit, but could also be a machine gun nest. But it seems very unlikely considering
the enemy holds all victory points.
There we go, triple cap here from Lizens on Stephenn.
Territory sector lost.
Not exactly helping Stephenn, also Germans. Armored car flak fighting pushing northwards, finally in the south we get a bit more movement from Stephenn, but continues to be very much focused on the north half of the map here, which also means Lizens just doesn't have to leave a lot of troops to defend the south, and thus allowing to focus more aggressively on the north. So, certainly some benefits what Stephenn is doing, but also I think some notable demerits that he gives, I think, some more influence than he wants to. And there you go, airdrop anti-tank gun. He's had enough of the armored car, but also I'd like to be concerned about Stephenn here going for a Vibrant flak pan, since you see a 2-1 in Jaegers. There's a very good chance of a Viv event, so you really want to make sure you got an anti-tank and to make sure you don't get pulled over. Jaegers with Panzerschreck moving forwards. On the south side, Germans hitting mines. Fuel points out the base are going to be hit in. mean, just a lot of aggressive action. But there you go, dropping the next thing this close was a definite mistake there by Lizens. Also something called you have to be mindful of dropping units like that. It's like, you know, well, how close is the actual enemy? What could they do to you there? In this case, completely they cleared out Lizens' anti-tank. We'll have to connect to destroy it, does look likely. And that would then be a significant blow to Lens, just basically 270 manpower straight down the drain. Fuel point hit, cut-off point against Stephenn. Really good benefit from some more units to help control the more important points here and keep the sense off them, because he's really doing a good job. They're constantly just messing up the fuel economy of Stephenn. Stephenn that looks to be trying to make the same hit towards his opponent's fuel point. We've got the mortar pit still at it. What will Stephenn do next? He's floating quite a bit of manpower, bit of fuel, but nothing in terms of fuel, at least that's sort of like really eyebrow raising. But the manpower flow at this stage in the match, I would say, does stand out a bit. Not something, in particular the situation Stephenn should really want to be floating that much here. Stephenn bringing in the Granate there for a bit of lighting of his own here, as the M16 to go about here. And we got another airdrop in tank, and this time a bit more safely. Still close to the front line, but less immediately exposed to the Germans, just seeing the entire thing drop down and proceed to shoot down the crew as they're landing.
Awaiting a target.
Definitely a step up, and there you go, Stephenn side text for the Panzergrenadier Company. That's definitely a bit rare to see both of these buildings up like that, so thumbs up to Stephenn for pushing things in a different direction metal-wise. Mine off there. So of course it does beg the question of Stephenn's plan in this, because this isn't, say, you know, Rat Wings, where you're never really sure if Rat Wings has a plan. With Stephenn, there's typically always a plan. Very specific plan he's operating under here. So, curious to see what Stephenn here is scheming.
Victory point is under enemy control.
165 so far. Lizens got pretty good victory point control here against Stephenn. Got Paratroopers there with the Browning light machine guns. Mortar fire at it.
Alarm! All victory points are under enemy
Double cap
control.
again. He's dealing with 4 command points floating. And still just floating resources. I do wonder what Stephenn's battle plan here is. At this point, I'm starting to guess he might not be wanting to go for Panzergrenadiers. I don't blame him. But what is he then sort of wanting out of that? Nebelwerfer? Stooks? Packs? Half-packs? Well, he does go for Panzergrenadiers after all. That is a bit of a surprise there. And there's definitely more people overall going for them. Still don't think the Wehrmacht Panzergrenadiers are that great, and definitely certainly an opinion heard from other people as well, so we'll have to see if this works out for Stephenn. There you go, Panzergrenadiers almost done. Mortar pit being hammered. There goes Stephenn's Panzergrenadiers at the ready, and the South Pathfinder Squad of the armored car going in hard, eventually to achieve there as the experience fuels up their combat powers. In the center, the Sense Fighters when they're caught in a brutal crossfire of MD-42 and Flak 35. Definitely a great way to be in trouble. And there you go, anti-tank gun. Once more in a bit of trouble here to get attacked by a lone Grenadier squad, pushing way ahead here. In the south, Pathfinder's down. Munitions point render neutral, but I'd say that, if he then gets the Pathfinder squad, is a pretty decent trade-off there for Stephenn. With Sense, meanwhile, leveraging all that fuel control here and the resource lead to push back for the tank depot. So, what will Stephenn do next? This raid is going to need like packs or Stoogs or Martyrs maybe to like really have a chance to get whatever's going to like come in at Stephenn's tank depot. Mortar pit down. Stephenn and his men heroically snuff that out like a candle. M16 are withdrawing, already suffering heavy damage. You got the Panzers taking heavy losses though. Getting focused down here at longer ranges by M1 Garand's carbines and of course the Browning machine guns. Not seeing too much out of the Stephenn except rapid production and, well, you know, medic bunker. We're not seeing battle group wise much happening. We're not seeing any officers' quarters or any other upgrades there. Even units, so Stephenn is definitely up to something, but what it is a bit tougher to sort of fully extrapolate based off what we know in the current match. As for the census, tank depot is right around the corner. Modify there.
We have lost control of a victory point.
Cutting it from tank guns, officers' quarters, and support them from the Stephenn. So, why are they planning something out of that Panzer grenade company? But will it be Stooks or is it being Nebenwerfers? I mean, I'm personally hoping for Stooks, but we'll have to see, of course, what Stephenn is up to. Meanwhile, Lisensi could soon go for Hellcats or Shermans. Germans launching a quick push here towards the cut-up point there. Panzers leading the way, supported by the Jaegers. Good little force here.
Under enemy control.
Six command points falling there for Stephenn. Might be saving up for a Tiger tank here. Which will certainly be a fair few more command points to get that going. Cut-up point sees finally Stephenn get a bit of engines back towards the centre again on the economic front. Even though still better resource floating here up north. Armour coming to respond to the Pathfinders there. We got engineers falling back a bit here as well. 261 versus 405 for the South Grenadiers basic, and we do get a Strook out of Stephenn. 2 thumbs up. Strook BG.
Enemy forces have claimed our territory.
There we go, the Sturmgeschütz ist gefechtsbereit. Equipped with the 75mm Sturmkanone or Stuk. Adding a Penrod machine gun.
They shall lead the way.
Also a very recommended upgrade. And Stephenn here with another surprise. He's in fact going for the command
Our
tank.
adversary is pushing back. We are down to
Which, I mean, if you're going for like a couple of Stuks, a command tank is an excellent piece to go alongside. They've got Breakthrough. Very good synergies there. As a command tank needs to make all of those Stuks then have much tougher, inflict more damage. So, really good combo there. And sadly, one I think that is very overlooked. 2 thumbs up Stephenn here.
Sectors are isolated. We have been cut off.
I mean, the only one I know otherwise an officer like even remotely consider this is, well, me. So, pack 40 out for Stephenn, the Panzer Abwehrkanone 40, and we do get 105mm Germany out for Lizens. Looking for the bigger guns here. Fun little side note on this one, or fun fact, there's actually a version in the that was used in the Pacific that actually mounted a flamethrower instead of one of the factory machine guns there, giving it quite a bit of firepower, but only for service in the Pacific. And there you go, rolling forwards here. I think they even some of them should service in the Korean War. But anyways, it's flag for the O'Brien. Here's Stephenn, definitely left that a bit extended, unsupported. Not ready for this, and we got the Paratroopers dropping it behind. Good coordination there. Using the Paratroopers like so chaos in the rear ranks here. Thumbs up to the sense. Flat crew gone. We got the Stuk moving in with the pack support, but we'll need some more help here. And there you go. The sense here, not destroying the flag fur, but rather turn to the property of the United States Army. Mortar gaining that Mexican 1 MD422 moving in here, catching some of those errors there. Quick to fix up the Stuk before recommitting to the fight here against the Americans. We've got 241 to 357. The sense seeing map control is slightly step out here. The arrival of the Stuk obviously running steam with a bit more oomph, even hasn't used it so much. Could go for another Stuk now. He could also go for a command tank already. And he does so. Befehls Panzerkampfwagen 4 here. Only model of the Panda 4. And it definitely happened they would use like older tanks as command vehicles for certain units, including probably some assault gun units. We could not get a command version of that, so kind of fits.
The enemy has claimed our
Backed up by
territory on their
the
own.
command tank, getting some boost out of it. Again, very nice bit of synergy. And then again, you go for this. I mean, you typically want then multiple Stooks, like really get some good value out of that command tank. Make sure you get a tank gun. Lizens cleaning up, ready for this. Shooting in from the other side here. Blackbird blasting way over to take out some of this goddamn crowds. Sherman hard work getting flanked for the Stook. There you go. Pop, I think the Vexen's one of those the command tank boosting the Stooks' ability and rate of fire, if I remember correctly. Sherman not get knocked out, and there you go. Boom, baby. No, it makes them faster and harder to hit. So that's pretty good too as well. Stook gets into a ready command tank, a bit of trouble. I'll wait. Thumbs up to Vexen using that ability. Very overlooked ability then. Also sending down some Blitzkrieg. We really want to go like, you know, all in. Suka Paratroopers faced off against a good portion of the German army here are wilting out in the desert sun. Getting decimated. So many supporters have cleared up the loss for the senses. Sherman down as well. Big blow there to the Americans, courtesy of the German Reich here. Sen's going to have to do something drastic to turn things around against Stephenn. Might be able to take out the Stook here. Stephenn struggling to get out there due to the victory point. No, switch targets here to the command tank. Oh. And it gets away. They both get away. Ah, dear. Not a single vehicle killed so far here for Lizens. Painful. So close yet so far. There's got to be a bit of a demoralizer there for Lizens. 115 to 41. And further up north, Grant is busy.
Victory point lost.
Black 30 back in action, team withdrawing here, giving Lizens, I think, ample room to then get back in the field. We got another Stook for Stephenn. 2 thumbs up, baby. We'll have to see what Lizens does next, though, in response to all of these developments.
Sturmgeschütz deployed.
It's definitely left Lizens in a bit of a tight spot, to put it gently.
When possible, Commandant. The enemy has taken a victory point.
So, what will Lizens do to try and, you know, turn around this current state of affairs? He still has the victory point. He's obviously trying to just beat out Stephenn there. Could be an option, though. Even then, still requires, like, you know, more success on the battlefield. We got the airborne reinforcements ability plus some air reconnaissance they had of this sense. Thumbs up. He's up north, pushed away, got the Stook going in, adding a kill option to the second Stook as well. So good.
Our territory is exposed.
This stage will also, I think, be worth considering some armoured side skirts here for Stephenn once he has the resources. Bit of finding around the centre here. On north command, taking Stook here. Falling down upon the Pathfinders up north here like a ton of German bricks.
Enemy infantry firing. Give them a quick burst.
163 was 39. Northeast German army keeps up, supported by the Pakistanis. Paratroopers in heavy trouble. They're getting fired for the Stook in the command tank here. We're finally withdrawing. Chief Panish being called towards the position just being unsustainable. Mortar seems to have knocked out a building there. Thumbs up to Stephenn. The armoured side skirts would benefit the Stooks and the command tank, I believe, so wouldn't be bad idea to consider it for Stephenn. As for Lizens, regular Sherman's Hellcat team help deal with the Stooks and the command tank, I think would be a good choice. Oh, Stook hits a mine! Stook hits a mine! Last time it's one they got Paratroopers on the flank, but somehow both the rockets failed to penetrate the sidearm. There is some absurd luck there for Stephenn. Even the Stook was like a bit confused then. But it didn't penetrate. What's going on, Jürgen? I don't know. Oh dear, getting blasted with point blank blast, 2 thumbs to Stephenn. Another overlooked ability in the Wehrmacht arsenal alongside that supervised advance.
The enemy has
But
claimed
really
our
overlooked,
sector.
and I think also really powerful with a bit of flux. There goes. Entire Paratroopers. Gone! The Zuga drops well. That's so good. Again, really good ability. 2 thumbs up to Stephenn for actually making use of it as well there. Fantastic stuff. In the center lone flank rolling off against the German armored assault here. Stephenn charged in with his fast line. Center going for the M18 Hellcat, trying to tank destroy at the center time. And we got airborne reinforcements here. Manning the flak gun there, even as gunners are getting lost here. Somehow just... No, they're all retreating because it got cleared out while it happened. Okay, guys, we're going in hot and then we're retreating. Remember, lads. Oh well. And it was commanding armored car caused quite a few problems. Sensing being improved here. Men are being reinforced at the front line. From the skies.
Victory point is under enemy control.
Not a mortar they cleared up, bit of blow there to Stephenn. South side, there seems to be good progress. He has picked breakthrough Durchbruch ability, but he's yet to utilize it. Command tank in trouble here. Stephenn's done a lot of damage, but many of his units are now so heavily damaged. There we go. Command tank down. Linchpin here of Stephenn's force compensation is out. And we've got the Stuki now isolated, being stuck around here, but the Hellcat needs to build some distance here, start reverse moving. No. And it worked out for Stephenn. Didn't get that mortar though. I think that's a bit of an oversight here by Lizens. Perhaps he just saw something I didn't.
Panzer IV command tank is ready to lead.
Another command tank ready for Stephenn. Still no sign of armored skirts there. No Schutzen.
The enemy has 300
And we got
points
another
remaining.
105 with Sherman on the way here for Lizens. Even as Stephenn and the 21st Panzer Division here, 5th Panzer Grenadier Company advancing further south.
We have lost control of a victory
We got
point.
an H-Duke here to Stephenn. 2 thumbs up. It's a bit spongy, faster rate of fire and rotation at that specialty there. So again, at the armored sides, it does become even tougher. So certainly would be a good investment at this point here, Stephenn. In my opinion. Sending mixes the German machine gun crews and Panzer Grenadiers swinging southwards here with the armored column. Looks like he's keeping the other Stuke in reserve. I forgot about it. Certainly would be a bit of a shame to forget about a Destiny 3 Stuke.
A command panzer has been assigned. Deploy at will.
Rushing in here with it. I'm not entirely sure what friendly vehicle they're going to show because it's just like you showed there. Stuke down! Trying to blow there to Germany.
Out of action.
Deutschland. Stephenn can replace it. Again, I'd argue that was a good argument for him to cause remembering to get some armored side cuts up. The Hellcat going for it, but getting Panderfaust in front of the command tank. Could be a bit of a problem here for the Lizens. His tank destroyer is about to get destroyed, but the tanks, oh the irony. M1 X-Tank ready, and there you go, Hellcat gone. Knocked out by command tank.
They still have 250 points
Starting to look a bit
We
over
must
here for
persevere.
Lizens. Something needs to change here. Tactically and strategically, he needs to look to find some way to catch Stephenn, I think, a bit more prepared and deliver some heavier damage.
Enemy forces have captured a victory
Because it
point.
feels like to me his current approach and extent is very much reliant on just hoping Stephenn screws up and then punish him. Which again to an extent can work out, but also leaves an awful lot to your opponent. Which can definitely mean if they don't screw up, then you're really in some issues. So, we got another engineer dropping in here. Stuke ace rushing, going straight for the flak 30 here. Point blank blast, first shot whiffs though. Second shot not so much.
We have command points.
There you go,
awaiting
almost
you.
got the flak crew. Multiple engineers flying away there. got that command tank at excellent too.
Victory point lost.
Thumbs up. Absolute brutal meat grinder match. If it's any Jaegers though, caught in a bad spot, almost wiped out, but Stephenn's lucky he sees him through. Paratroopers meanwhile in a bit of deep trouble as well. 139, 215 up north of rifle ring about. Another Stug for Stephenn.
Infantry bombs have been made available, Commandant.
Stephenn here selects incendiary bombing runs. No Starsum called in there. Mildly tragic, but a world ender. Flag 30 about to rejoin the United States service here by the looks of it. Command tank there, a bit too close to the front line doing armoured reconnaissance.
Sector now under enemy control.
It's a fun thing also worth noting, most Panzer battalions and Panzer divisions acted to have like a smaller set of tanks just as a side to do reconnaissance. We might technically have something like a reconnaissance panther. Rather than getting hammered by the infiltrate, two Jaegers, Stuggaze leading the way, but exposed to the silence, the anti-tank guns could prove to be fatal. Rear armor hits here. Tragic blow here, smoke screen deployed by Stephenn's mortar. The Granatwerfer. Too late though. Not enough. Vicente gets vengeance for the fallen Americans, the fallen patriots, and blows that infernal Stug away. Up north, the Browse got pushed back, but that was quite painful there for Stephenn, losing a veteran phase 2 3G. Ugh, that just hurts. I still think you should go for some armored side scopes, by the way. That's really my only major critique right now of Stephenn's play, is he's yet to go for it. Finally going for it. Thumbs up, but again, a bit late to the party in that one. And then 129. The sense there continue to beat up Stephenn, but Stephenn though isn't forced a fierce fighter here.
Almost good supply. Good hunting.
Schützen, ready for the Stug and the command tank there. And then 121.
Report.
The sense showing the move. He could go for some more. He could also go for Hellcats. Haven't seen any dust with more armor here on the flanks of Stephenn. I think could be a winning strategy. And here's the getting of mold. Frontline blast. And an incendiary bombing team. No, I think he's angled in such a way that like these two units start retreating. He may have to run through the fire there. Maybe it was a misclick. I mean, you never know. By the way, if it was meant to like catch the retreats, it clearly isn't going to work out either. A bit tragic there for Stephenn if that was the intended.
The adversary is trying to take one of our points.
Go to the south right, Marine, grab some points to get the Stug and the command tank fixed up here. Schnell. Also soon go for another. We also got Licenti finally going for some bars for his riflemen.
Territory lost.
Gotta have that out sooner. Another Stug for Stephenn, 2 thumbs up. Obviously getting out some regular Shermans, some Hellcats, but also a good move here for Licenti at the moment. Ace Armored Couple is still alive. Really good unit preservation there for Stephenn. There you go. Fresh Stug, armored side skirts out. Thumbs up. Paratroopers on the move. That machine gun is almost ready there.
Enemy forces have captured a victory point.
Got the anti-tanks and move back up with the riflemen. And then 168.
Increase security.
There you go. Command tank going for the isolated paratrooper squad here. Unsupported. They're easy targets for the command tank. Their defense funds to come for bargain. Further south here, Grenadiers with the student support here being attacked. His sense has had enough. He's going to retake it no matter the cost. In the name of democracy, we got Stephenn here charging the Stuke here, exploiting the gaps in the sense lines to do some damage. 2 thumbs up, Stephenn. Nice push in. There you go. Blitzkrieg activated. Gives the Stu's increased rate of 5 at 40% there. Makes them hard to move fast. There you go. Combining all here. You can even, like, I think, pop. I think he might just. That's just the amount of pop the command tanks. Advanced abilities as well there. Really good push here by Stephenn. Driving an armored wedge here into the Sense forces. Getting the second Paratrooper squad here. In the center, flag 13 deep towards wall. He got anything on the flank here. Stephenn is looking to extricate his armored column here from inside his opponent's base. Can he make it? Can he manage it? Lucky bounce. Not 105 Sherman need for his sentence. No Hellcats or anything like that. Just more 105 millimeter Shermans. Still gonna move. Car there, veteran TF still, yet to have been blown up by the Sense. And going for grenades, a bit late, but better late than never, I suppose.
Enemy forces have claimed our territory.
BT guns to move, but Stephenn is controlling a fair bit of map here now. We got 90% of 35. The Sense really being our victory points. Second 105 Sherman right around the corner here.
Enemy concentration! Fire!
There we go. Second 105 Sherman ready. You almost think he thought they were Super Shermans, which was the nickname, I think, given to the post-war Shermans upgraded to the 105mm gun. And it was like, you know, all meant for blowing up tanks. They were called Super Shermans.
On your signal.
Anyways, Granny's being hammered with the Shermans. Pack 40 firing away there. Machine guns needle over Stephenn, bring in some more rocket artillery to try and blast his way through Stephenn's lines.
MG-42 and crew available.
Needle left right around the corner, smoke deployed. Charging in here. Stephenn on the offensive once more in the name of this fast line. Main great use of smoke here to further like obfuscate the lines of fire here of descent, make Paratroopers like easily focus down the armor assault here. Comes up to Stephenn. And there he goes, as soon as the smoke lifts though, the descent guns are immediately finding their targets. 98% on 4 here. Sense is about to lose his victory point here with Stephenn.
We have secured the advantage. 100 points left.
Less than 100 points left here. Fully Sense now as well.
Waiting orders.
The Sense definitely not controlling that. Hold down. He definitely anticipating the Sense going to attack head on against Stephenn. Hold down in his Dukes. Obviously, it's going to pick up big time. So thumbs up there. Normally, if there's like any threat of getting fight, this would obviously be less of a deal. But if the opponents can like attack directly head on, it's fantastic. And there, got 105 Sherman left burning in the sun. 98 versus 87 here. Great rough here for the Sense. Needle left ready, and we got airdrop air reinforcements. Blasting away there. There you go, Needle barricading down death here. Oh, the engineer's getting caught here. Anti-tank groups also being incinerated.
The enemy is down to 75
pretty bad for the Sense now. The cash is starting to hit a point we can't really like just ignore them, even as the Americans. Just stand strong there for das Vaterland.
Victory point is under enemy control.
The this off. He almost got the second round of fire from Sherman. Initiation for Lizens is steadily just falling apart. They got an ace command take out well there for Stephenn. Thumbs up. Trying to make the armor bonus even better there. 90 versus 70 here. By this point, Lizens has suffered so many losses, and it looks like Stephenn might finally be able to destroy that flak 30, preventing it from being used again by the Americans. Not.
Forces are briefed to contact a blitzkrieg on your signal.
90 versus 70. Going for that, quickly ripping it apart here. Effectively just the Sherman, a single-handed taken out held up against the armoured assault or armoured infantry assault of Stephenn. North flank, you see a bit of attempt to pressure things around them, it's not working out about Lizens. And remaining 100 from Sherman could get knocked out here if Lizens isn't careful. 98 to 70.
The enemy has claimed our territory for their own.
Hellcats for Lizens. Finally going for another tank destroyer there, but might be the case of too late on us at this point. Command tank racing forwards. And absolutely clears out the hit tank crew there before they have much of a chance to do anything. Right from the next target, we got the armed car joining in the fun. 8 anti-tank crew there cleared out the commanders, but it's an absolute massacre here of all of the Lizens anti-tank assets. Steaming between the first panzer division and heavy tank. There go Needler fire into the base. It's an absolute nightmare here for Lizens at this point. Second Sherman down, rifle squads are incinerating inside of the base here. Burning up. At this point, I think it is very much GG. I am not entirely sure Lizens intend to turn around this situation with how little he's got left against Stephenn, and the fact that Stephenn is actually, I think, outplaying him at this point. Like Lizens' attacks at this point are very much just linear and very easily predicted and dealt with here by Stephenn. There's just no real, I think, energy or creativity behind them. Nothing's like really outplay Stephenn, and then just Stephenn can easily like just bat them aside. There you go, GG, game over. So this is just Uka Buga. I mean, that was what he was already doing, and Stephenn was just, you know, crashing. Maybe he was talking about more particular force composition, who knows? But all the way, GG game over there. Victory for Stephenn. Victory for Deutschland. So I hope you enjoyed this match and learned something from it. This is Imperial. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye, everyone.